If you are inclined to preach, here's a milestone. I'll leave you in its company.
Aye, it's all very well. But you have broken poor Susan's heart. And as for William...
Oh, what of him?
The sharks of him, for what you care. Did you not make him turn a sailor and leave his young wife, the poor, delicate, black-eyed Susan, that sweet, soft-spoken piece of womanhood? Your niece? Have you no qualms? Say, on a winter's night, when the snow is blowing at your doorstep, what do?
Shut it!
And what when you hear the wind blowing at your chimney corner?
Get closer to it!
And what when in your bed and you turn up one side at the thunder?
I turn round on the other. Will you go on with your catechism?
No. I'd rather talk to the echoes. Good day, Master Doggrass. That is, if your conscience...
A conscience? A fool! My conscience sleeps well enough.
Sleeps? Don't wake it then. It might alarm you.
One word with you, and no more of your advice. I go about like a surly bull. And you a gadfly buzzing around me. From this moment, put off the part of counselor.
But don't you see?
I have given you a warning. That heed. Take heed. And with this counsel, I give you good day.
That rascal has no more heart than a bagpipe. One could sooner make Dover Cliffs dance a reel to a penny whistle than to move him with words of pity or distress. But no matter. Let the old dog bark. His teeth will not last forever. Still, I hope to see the day when the young black-eyed Susan and the jovial sailor William may defy the surly curs that now divide them. Who am I? Tom Hatchet, the smuggler of Deal, captain of the Redbreast, and trading partners with old Doggrass. I wish to marry Susan. I must swear I was her husband's shipmate. That I saw him drown. Susan lives with old Dame Hatley. She has no other home. And if she refuse, Doggrass will turn Susan adrift, and she will have no other choice but to marry. Is it not a good scheme? But soft. Here is the last.
Months have passed. I have no tidings of William. Oh, shame upon the unkind hearts that parted us, that sent my dear husband to dare the perils of the ocean, and left me a pining, miserable creature. Oh, the pains, the dreadful pains! They tear the sailor's wife upon her tear-wet pillow. She trembles at the roaring sea.
There she is, like a caged nightingale, singing out her heart against her prison bars, for this cottage is a little more than a jail cell to her. Susan!
Not brain!
Oh, Susan, if misery makes such sweet music, may I never turn skylark and always remain a goose.
Have you seen my uncle?
Oh, yes.
Will he show any kindness?
I cannot tell. Did you ever see wild gooseberries grow upon a cabbage stump?
He threatens to distress the good day.
Aye, for the rent. Oh, Susan, I was your landlord. I would think myself well paid if every quarter day you allowed me to put my ear to your keyhole and listen to one of your prettiest ditties. Why, For such payment, were I your landlord, I would, what's the use of my wishing? I'm nothing but a half gardener, half waterman.
Come along, Jacob!
Oh, begone! I see Mr. Doggrass. If he finds
He must
me-
not! A cupboard! A cupboard! I'm afraid there's plenty of room in it.
No! I wouldn't have it for the world. There is no occasion. Meet him.
Not I, for quiet's sake. We never meet, but like fire and gunpowder. There is an explosion. This'll do.
Now, Susan! You know my business. I say you know my business. I am here for money.
I have none, sir.
A pretty answer, truly, is one to lend his house to beggars!
Beggars! Sir, I am your brother's orphan child.
And I am sorry for it. I wish you were here to pay for you. And where is your husband?
Do you ask where he is? Sir, I am poor and unprotected. Do not, as you have children of your own, do not insult me.
This is the land houses to women. If the tax gatherer could be paid with crying, why no one would roar more lustily than myself. But let a man ask for his rent, and you pull out your pocket handkerchief. And where is Dame Hatley?
In the next room. She's ill, very ill.
And excuse to avoid me, she shall not.
You will not enter.
Who shall stop me?
If heaven give me power, Uncle, the woman is sick. I fear dangerously. Your sudden appearance might make everything dark. Uncle, landlord, would you have murder on your soul?
Murder?
Yes, though such may not be the common word.
And can Dame Hatley pay me the money?
No.
Then she shall to prison.
She will die there.
Well,
Would you have a woman close her eyes in a jail?
bah, I have no time for sentiment. Dame Hatley had no money, and you have none. Well, though she doesn't merit lenity of me, I suppose I shan't be harsh with her.
I thought you could not.
I'll just take whatever may be in the house and put up with the rest of the loss.
So, Mr. Doggrass, this is how you have to unfortunate folk? Coming and selling them up and throwing them out? Is this your feeling for the poor?
Feelings? I pay the rates. What business is that of yours? Go back to your spinning.
Spinning? If it were to spin a certain wicked old man a halter, I'd never work faster. I always thought you very ugly, but now you look hideous.
Peace, good Dolly.
Peace! Well, you're too quiet, too gentle. Take example by me. I only wish he'd try to come and sell me out, that's all. Oh, I know who you are looking after. Your man, Jacob Twig. He hawks after you on your dirty work. I saw him leering in at the door. Oh, I only wish my dear Naphrain was here. Oh, Susan, I wish he was here. He's one of the best, most constant of lovers. He'd befriend you, for my sake.
And Jacob! You know your business!
Here, master? And old Dame Hatley's?
I say, Jacob, if your master had a tree and but one squirrel lived in it, he'd sooner take its nuts than allow it lodging gratis.
Uncle, have compassion. Wait but another week, a day.
And not an hour, a minute. And now do your duty, Jacob. Begin.
But master-
Put down everything in the cottage.
Hadn't we better wait just a little? Okay, well, here I go. Well, Begin with this cupboard.
No, do not. I entreat you. If you are still determined, come this way.
Why that way? Why not with the cupboard? Suspect!
No, so do I.
You suspect? What is it you should suspect? Something that never had a thought deeper than a mug of ale? You suspect Susan? Why, we shall have the crows suspecting the lilies.
Oh, you say so, do you? Well, now you shall see my consequence. I'll put down everything in the cottage, master, and I'll begin with the cupboard. And fast. I'll have it open, though, and I'll put the first thing down.
No, I'll put the first thing down.
Nat Brain, oh, Susan.
Oh! We shall have the crows suspecting the lilies! Peritter flower! How it hangs its head! Now do your duty, Jacob! Put down everything in the cart!
Do, Jacob, and begin with one broken head.
I'll have you up before justices! You have broken my crown!
Broken your crown, Jacob. Jacob, it was cracked before.
How do you know that?
By the ring of it, Jacob. By the ring.
Well, Mrs. Susan, it is sometimes convenient, is it not, for a husband to be at sea?
No word, contempt, no voice, to speak my loathing of your insinuations. Take, sir, all that is left here. Satisfy your avarice. Alas, I have nothing left but the sweet consciousness of my virtue.
The way with all women when they are found out, is it not, Mrs. Dolly?
I can't say, sir. I never was found out.
You are lucky.
Yes. You don't meet often. But as for you, Mr. Nat Brain.
No insinuations! I wish I could remember what Susan said about virtue. It would apply to my case admirably. Nothing like sentiment to stop accusation.
And now, Jacob, do you stay here? See to it that nothing of the least value leaves the house.
In that case, Jacob, you may let your master go out.
Someday, my friend, I shall be a match for you.
Perhaps so, but one of us must change greatly to make us pairs. Jacob, your young carcass, it puts me in the mind the epitome of a noted highwayman.
What?
True as the light. Oh, yes. The neighbors are putting the furniture out the garden window.
What? That's against the law. I am His Majesty's officer, and I'll be among them in a whistle.
A bailiff like a snowstorm is best outside. Now, Dolly! Sweet Dolly Mayflower! Won't you look at your Nettie Gardner? Won't you be the summer cabbage of my heart and let me cultivate you?
Don't talk to me, sir. What were you cultivating in the cupboard, sir? The cupboard, sir. The cupboard!
In my defense, on my word, I hadn't the least idea you would have found me. Well, the cupboard is the last place I should have gone into.
It's no matter. There's Mr. James Bratlin of the Bellerophon.
You wouldn't marry a sailor.
And why not?
Your natural timidity wouldn't allow it.
My timidity.
Yes! You wouldn't like to be left alone at nights. Your husband would be away 6 months of the 12. It'd be a wintry prospect for you.
But he would be at home the other 6. And there's summer, sir.
True. But when you can have summer all year round, don't you think it more to your advantage?
No. For if it always shone, we would never really enjoy fine weather.
My dear, when we are married, we'll get up to a thunderstorm or two, depending on it. But come, your heart is too good, your mind too clear to dwell on such idle suspicion.
Let us go see poor Susan. There is real calamity enough in our everyday lives. Let us not add to it by our idle follies.
Doggrass has made the seizure by this time. Now I'll step in, pay the money, and with this buy the gratitude of Susan. Before I tell her the story of her husband's death. Bring up there, my young skiff. Whither bound?
I'm in a hurry!
Bring up, I say, or I shall spoil your figurehead.
Do you know who I am?
No. What are you, my young flying fish?
I'm a bailiff! I serve Mr. Doggrass. Aren't you frightened?
Ah, the very craft I was sailing after. You've been to Susan's, Black-eyed Susan's as she's called?
How do you know that?
You have made a seizure there?
Right again.
Have secured everything?
Wrong! Wrong!
No one's paid the money, I hope.
Oh, well, no, but somehow or the other, quite by mistake, I ended up on the wrong side of the house. Oh, here comes Susan. Ah. Mrs. Susan. Aren't you ashamed of yourself to cousin an innocent little bailiff such as myself? Aren't you ashamed of yourself?
Stand one side. What? In trouble, my pretty Susan? What? Have the land sharks got aboard the cottage? Come, cheer up.
What? Do you indeed pity me? Well, this is kind. And from a stranger, unexpected.
Not such a stranger as you may think.
No?
No, I know your husband. Sailed with him.
Well, tell me everything!
All in good time. What do you want here, sticking like a barnacle to a ship's copper?
Want? Oh, I'll tell you what I want. Oh, here comes my master. He'll tell you what I want. I'll leave you with him. He'll answer all of your questions.
Now, madame, you must show contempt. Contempt? Contempt for a king's officer. And putting a servant of the law out of doors.
Steady there. None of your overhauling. What do you want with the woman?
What business is that of yours?
Oh, no. Do not quarrel on my account, so please do not, I entreat you.
Quarrel, my dear? I'd fight yard arm to yard arm for you. Go out on a boarding party. Cut out road under a battery. Or even fight a rocket boat. Anything for the pretty black-eyed Susan.
Since you'll do all of that, perhaps you'll pay the money she owes?
That I will, though it were the last coin in my locker.
Oh, no, I wouldn't have it for the world. There is no occasion.
You wouldn't? I would. But don't be afraid. He'll talk. But long ere he pays 16 pounds, 17 and sixpence for you. As black-eyed and pretty as you are.
See how little you know of a sailor? Here's 13 pounds. I'm no accountant, but that should be enough for your little bill. Just leave 2 bits for the bailiff.
Bah, 1.
My good, kind friend, this kindness, this generosity. All my thanks, my prayers.
Not a word. Not a word. Goodbye.
Yet, do not yet leave me. You said you had a tale to tell of my husband.
I do, but not now. If I have done anything to oblige you, please, let me ask the delay. Meantime, Farewell. She's softened. A woman is like sealing wax. Simply melt her, and she will begin to take whatever form you please. I have bought her heart with the coin, and tomorrow we'll secure it.
Wait till tomorrow. Alas, there is no remedy but patience.
Well, I suppose, Susan, as the case at present stands, neither you or the old dame will now think of leaving the cottage.
Indeed, landlord, we shall.
Landlord? Why not uncle? Just a much better word.
It might have been, but your unkindness has taught me to forget it.
Now see reason. Well, to be sure, a soft-spoken man, such as myself, could not expect it for one of your sex. So I'll leave you. You will think again about the cottage. 'Tis a pretty situation, and why, as for the rent, one might say it's a mere nothing.
You cruel man! Oh, William, when will you return to your almost heartbroken Susan? Winds blow prosperously, be tranquil seas, and bring my husband to my longing eyes.
After all, I don't much like this trade as bailiff. I've given a great mind to give it up and turn plowman. The ships are putting off from the docks. Here will soon be crowded again. There'll be no finding a sweetheart for these 6 months.
Huzzah, huzzah, my noble fellows! My heart jumps like a donkey. My head spins around like a capstone. I feel as if though we were driving it before the gale of pleasure, for the haven of joy.
But I say, William, there's no one here to meet us.
Why, yes. But oh, if my Sue knew who were here, she'd soon lash, roused. By Cupid's tunes piping in her heart. Oh, Lord, what ship? Ahoy, what craft?
My name's Jacob Twig.
What service?
I'm in the law.
Oh, belongs to Beelzebub ship, the law. May my pockets be scuttled if I didn't think so. 'Tis I'd sooner be sent adrift in the North Sea in a butter cask than sail in that Beelzebub's craft, the law. My young Grampus, I should like to have the mast heading of you in a stiff northwester.
Fast there, messmate. Don't be so harsh.
Why, yes. But weren't it the lawyers that turned me and Susan out of our stowage? Hey, there's a fleet bearing down.
A fleet? Aye, and as smart as a 74 on a king's birthday.
A little more to larboard, messmate. Pipe all hands for a royal salute, my friend. There's my Susan. I'd swear to her fleet from a whole canvas. Now, hey, may I be put on 6 water grog for a lover?
What's the matter?
'Tisn't she, 'tisn't my craft. What? Then am I left alone while the crew are engaging? My heart is knocking against the timbers like a boat in a joint race. Messmate!
Now, friend.
Give us a grappling iron. Mayhap you don't know me.
No.
Well, that's hard to a sailor come to his native place. We've plowed many an acre together in Farmer Sparrow's ground.
What, William? William that married Susan?
Master, hang it! That name spoke by another. Brought the salt water up.
Let us send the tears below. After 3 years at sea, I've heard but once from Susan. She has been to me a mainstay in all weathers. I have been dreaming of her, in cold and darkness. I could hardly see the hand of my next messmate. But Susan's eyes were on me, and there was light. And I whispered, Susan. It was a word that kept me safe. When land was cried, I seized the glass. My shipmates saw the cliffs of England. I could but see Susan. I leap upon the beach. My shipmates find hands to hold and lips to press. But I find not Susan.
Believe me.
Master, if you must hoist the black flag, gently, does she live?
She does.
Thank heavens. But your figurehead changes like a dying dolphin. If not dead, yet?
No. Susan is constant, but has been made to feel that poverty is too often punished for crime.
What? Short of ammunition to keep off the land sharks, but her uncle.
Oh, he has treated her very unkindly.
I see. Must. I'll bring him on his beam ends. Heave ahead, shipmate. Now for my dear Susan, and no quarters for her uncle.
Wait, that is the prettiest vessel I'd seen in a long cruise. I threw signals out to her, but she wouldn't respond. Ah, there's the fellow that passed us while we were talking. Shipmate, there's $1 for you.
Aye, I would if we had been messmates. You might then have made it 10 shillings.
You passed me a few minutes since when I was in company with the petticoat.
Aye, but it's no use. She's a pretty little craft, loyal to all things good.
What's her name? Who is she?
We simply call her Susan, BlackEyed Susan. She's the wife of a sailor.
Ah, but fond of blue jackets.
Yes, so fond of the jacket she'll never look at your long coat. Good day, Captain.
The wife of a sailor. She's fit for an admiral. I know it's wrong, but I will see her, and come what may, I must and will possess her.
Hey, here I am at last. This is poor Susan's berth. Hey, and there she is, with a strange rigged craft and convoy. I'll tarry a bit, and blast it, if there's foul play, I'll rake 'em fore and aft.
Oh, say not so, for mercy's sake!
What? Hanging out signals of distress.
These are heavy tidings indeed!
Don't take on so, pretty Susan. If William is dead, there are husbands enough for such a face as pretty as yours.
Dead?
But there is no hope!
Hope! None. I tell you, Susan, this honest fellow was William's messmate. I saw William drown. I was his friend, and this story hurts me greatly. I'll tell it to you. You see, the ship had got upon the rocks, and orders were given to take to the boats. William was in the jolly boat, not far from the wreck, hit the surf, and down she went. To the water, this shipmate threw out a rope to William, but it was too late. William sunk and was never seen more. Oh! Damnation!
William!
You swab, I'll make small junk of you.
William, for heaven's sake!
Just one little bout, Susan, to see I'll make small biscuits of him. Oh, you won't fight? Then take that to the paymaster and ask him for change.
Struck! Well, then here's one for old Davy!
This albatross is a villain, William. I've been tracking him loud far enough!
Smugglers? I thought so.
You've been cheated and stealing from the king long enough, and now you shall serve him. The fleet needs hands, and you shall aboard.
Now, Susan.
Oh, William! I thought we should never meet again!
Not meet? Why, we shall never part again. The captain has written to the Admiralty for my discharge. I saved his life in the Basque Roads. But I say, Sue, why weren't you on the beach?
I knew not of your arrival.
But how is it, Sue? Poverty abound. And then your uncle.
Now, Susan, I am determined.
The very griffin I was talking of. Aren't you a neat gorgon of an uncle now?
What? William! Don't! You put my heart into my mouth?
Have I? I couldn't put a blacker morsel there. No, I'm not much of a scholar, and I don't understand fine words. I should like to send you to sea in a leaky gunboat. That dog would sit still at the cry of a man overboard. Come, sir. Today, we'll pitch care overboard. Call for the fiddles, tipple the grog, start the rum cask, and pipe all hands to mischief.
So good to be back on land right now.
Hey.
Don't you say? Hey, not brain, it's been a while. Nice to see you. Well, goodbye that galleon, Peter Billy.
Oh, let him go on. He lies like a purser at reckoning day.
Well, no, I didn't say that. Where's William, I wonder? He promised to meet us. Oh, I suppose it was Susan now.
Aye, where better can he be, do you think? But just to pass away the time, I give you the song that was sung at the parting of William and Susan of the Downs.
Aye,
Song, the song!
Here goes. Ah, but I know I can't sing it now.
Oh, can't sing, bless you. Whenever we want to catch a mermaid, we only make him chant a stave and weigh 20 round the ship.
All in the Downs the fleet was moored, the streamers waving in the wind, when black-eyed Susan came on board. Oh, where shall I my true love find? Oh, tell me, jovial sailors, tell me true, does my sweet William sail among your crew?
William flew high upon the yard, rocked with the billows to and fro, so that a well-known voice he heard. He sighed and cast his eyes below. The cord glide swiftly through his flowing hands, and quick as lightning on the deck he stands.
Hey, let's get some hurdy-gurdy in there.
festivities, but you must aboard tonight.
Tonight, Your Honor. Tonight?
Yes, it is yet uncertain that you may not be ordered to set sail again tomorrow.
Set sail tomorrow? Why, the lords of the Admiralty will break the women's hearts, Your Honor.
Where's William?
No, he's with Susan, Your Honor. Pretty black-eyed Susan, as she's called.
Black-eyed Susan, how is that?
How, Your Honor? Why, they're spliced together for life.
Married? I never heard of this.
No? Why, I thought it was as well known as the Union Jack. Why, they were spliced together before we went upon our last station. Not know it, Your Honor. Why, many a time has the middle watch sung the song of the parting of William and Susan.
Married? I'd rather forfeit all chance of being an admiral. Well, lads, you heard my advice to make the best of your time. For tomorrow, you may be sailing for blue waters again.
Them lords of the Admiralty know no more of the pleasures of liberty, plenty of grog, and dancing with the lasses. They know I know astronomy. You got that right. Oh, here comes William. Hi, William.
Here's my shipmate, Susan.
Very nice to meet you, Susan.
Look at her, my hearties. I wouldn't give up command of this craft. No, not to be made Lord High Admiral.
Stand aside! Let me show off my craft! This is my craft! I wouldn't give up command of this here craft to be made Lord High Gardener on!
Very good on you, nut brain.
What? Honest nutbrain. Susan has told me about you. Give us a grapple. What are you looking for?
My fingers, sir!
I beg your pardon, my lad. Come, take a bit from St. Domingo Billy.
From what?
From St. Domingo Billy. Come, lads, let's spin him a tale.
You see, it was when the fleet was lying off at St. Domingo in the West Indies. The crew liked new rum and dancing with the locals. The Admiral wouldn't give the men liberty. Some of them, howsomever, would swim ashore at night and come off in the morning.
But who was St. Domingo Billy?
Why, a shark, as long as the captain's gig. This shark, or Billy, as that's what the locals called him, used to swim around the fleet, going from ship to ship for his meals.
But your bacco box, what about that?
Steady, we're coming to it. Well, one morning, at about 8 bells, there was a local woman aboard with a little babe in arms. She stood there, just in the gangway. And Billy, alongside, in his 3 decks of grinders, ready for what might come. Well?
And afore you could say about ship, the little baby jumped out of its mother's grappling and fell into Billy's jaws. Why, the woman let such a scream he would have split the sails. Tom Gunnell saw how the wind was. He was as fine a sailor as ever stepped. Stood 6 feet 2. Willie snatched up a knife overboard. He jumps and dives after Billy. And in a minute, the sea was as red as a marine. All the crew hung like a swarm of bees. And when Tom came up, blood all over, with the corpse of the beast and the babe alive in his arms, my eyes! Oh, such a cheer it might have been heard at Greenwich.
Oh, no, sir, not quite so far.
Oh, of course
Why,
it...
you might, if the wind had blown that way, why, I heard it myself at Blackwall.
Well, we had him on board and cut him up, and what do you think we found? All the watches in bacco boxes had been lost, an admiral's cocked hat, and 3 pilots' telescopes. This is one of them.
Of the telescopes?
No, of the boxes, you lover.
Friend William, that is a tolerable yarn.
True, true as the Nor light. But come, let's have a dance. On deck, Pike? Why? Are you not in earnest?
Indeed, but I am. To the beach, all of ye!
Leave it to Pike to ruin a good time.
Oh, William, must you leave me so early?
Why, duty, you know, Susan, must be obeyed. Just cruise about here a little while. I'm down for the lieutenant and ask him for a leave till tomorrow.
Come along, Susan. The evening is closing in. I'll see you to your cottage.
Thank you, good Nat Brain, but I would for a time be alone. I hope he will return. Surely his officer will not be unkind as to refuse him.
Found the wine for the mischief on that little rogue's black eyes. For one or the other thug has made sad havoc here.
Oh, the stranger officer that accosted me.
Now for the boat. May I never see salt water again, for if that is not the very wench, my dear, my love, come here.
Intoxicated too, I will hence.
Stop! Why, what are you fluttering about? Don't you know? I found out a secret. Ha-ha! I am your husband's captain.
I am glad of it, sir.
Are you so? Well, that sounds, well.
For I think you will give my husband leave of absence. Or if that is impossible, allow me to go aboard the ship.
On board the ship you shall. You shall stay in the captain's gig. You shall live in the captain's cabin.
Oh, sir!
Come to think of it, as for William, he's a fine fellow. Certainly. But you can forget him.
Oh, let me go.
Forget him and live for me. By heavens, I love you and I must have you.
Oh, if you are a gentleman, if you are a sailor, you will not insult a defenseless woman.
My dear, I know it may be wrong, but my passion hurries me. The wine fires me. Your eyes start lightning into me. You shall be mine.
Let me go! And mercy, William!
Your cries are vain. Resistance useless.
Oh, you monster! William! William!
What? Susan, been attacked by the buccaneers! Die!
The captain!
Prisoner! As your ship is ordered for instant service, it has been thought expedient that your shipmates be witness to whatever punishment the court may award you. If found guilty of the crime wherewith you are charged,
it will be sufficient to receive the dispositions of the witnesses, without calling for the attendance of Captain Crosstree, whom it is yet impossible to remove from shore. One of the witnesses, we are sorry to say, is your wife. However, out of mercy to your peculiar situation, we have not summoned her to attend.
Bless you, Your Honors. Bless you!
prisoner! You have been charged with an attempt to slay Robert Crosstree, Captain of His Majesty's Royal Navy, and your superior officer. Answer, are you guilty or not guilty?
I want, Your Honors, to steer well between the questions. But if it be guilty, to strike in defense of a sailor's own anchor, his wife, why, guilty, Your Honors, I say it.
You plead guilty? Let me, as one of your judges, advise you to reconsider your plea. At least take the chances of which the hearing of your case might allow.
I leave that chance to your own hearts, Your Honors.
You will not retract the plea?
I'm fixed to it, anchored, fore and aft.
Does not one of your shipmates attend to speak to your moral character? You have no one.
No one, Your Honor? I didn't think to ask. But let the word be passed. If from the cook to the bosun, there's one that can spin a yarn to condemn me,
Pass the word for witnesses.
Witnesses for the prisoner.
Witnesses for the prisoner.
Witnesses for the prisoner.
What are you?
I'm shipment, Your Honor.
And what know you of the prisoner?
No, Your Honor. Why, the finest sailor to ever handle a rope. The first on his watch, the last to leave the deck. Why, give me that bill for any able sailor in His Majesty's fleet.
But what know you of his moral character?
His moral character, Your Honor. Why, he plays upon the fiddle like an angel, sir.
Are there any other witnesses?
What do you know of the prisoner?
Nothing but good, Your Honours.
He has never been known to disobey command.
Never but once, Your Honour. And that was when he gave me half his grog when I was upon the blacklist.
What else do you know?
Why, this I know, Your Honours. If William goes aloft, well, there's certain promotion for him.
Is that all you have to show? Has he ever done any great benevolent action?
Why, yes. He twice saved the captain's life.
Are there any more witnesses? Remove the prisoner.
Remove the prisoner.
Remove the prisoner.
Admiral, nothing more remains than for us to consider the justice of our verdict. Although the case of the unfortunate man amidst of many palliatives, still for the upholding of a necessary discipline, any commiseration would afford a dangerous precedent, which, I fear, cannot be indulged.
Admiral, are you determined on your verdict? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
It remains then for us to pass the sentence of the law. Bring back the prisoner.
Bring back the prisoner!
Bring back the prisoner. Bring back the
Prisoner! After a patient and impartial investigation of your case, this court has unanimously pronounced you guilty. If you have anything to say in arrest of judgment, now is your time to speak.
In a moment, Your Honor. Blasted, my top lights are rather misty. Why, I cut him down like an old piece of junk. Had he been the first Lord of the Admiralty, I'd have done it.
Prisoner, we keenly feel for your situation. Yet you, as a good soldier, know that the course of justice cannot be evaded.
Let me be no bar to it, Your Honor. I only strive to show that I had no malice.
Have you anything further to advance?
All my cable has run out. I'm brought to.
Prisoner, it is now our most painful duty to exercise upon you the judgment of the court. The court commiserates with your situation, and in consideration of your service, we will see that every care is taken of your wife when deprived of your protection.
Oh, Susan.
Prisoner! Your case falls under the 22nd Article of War.
If any man in or belonging to the fleet shall draw or offer to draw or lift up his hand against his superior officer, he shall suffer death.
The sentence of this court is that you be hanged at the foreyard arm of this His Majesty's ship at 10 o'clock. May heaven pardon your sins and have mercy on your soul. This court is now dissolved.
Come, William! Summon all your courage.
I will, Your Honor, but I didn't think it would come to this.
But you are a brave fellow and fear not death.
Death? No! I would thank heavens my mother's dead and cannot see me now.
William, here. There. Think no more after that fashion. Here are two of your favorite shipmates, sir. Bid ye farewell.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Yeah.
Now, William, have you any request to make?
Mates, you have been most kind to me. Now, one word more. How fares the captain?
Oh, very ill. So ill he has been removed from the command, and the first lieutenant acts until the new captain arrives.
I see that. This case is desperate. I bear no malice, Your Honor. I love the captain.
But you have nothing to ask?
Nothing, mate. All I want now is to see my wife, my poor, young, heartbreaking wife, and then to die like a man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll try and sing the song in my heart. All in the downs the fleets were moored. The streamers waving on the wind. Oh, BlackEyed Susan came on board. Where shall I my true love find? My heart is splitting.
William!
Susan, my poor wench, how fares it?
And I have watched and prayed for your return, smiled in the face of poverty, and all for this.
It's hard to grieve is useless. There is at least some comfort knowing I died a good cause. I died in defense of the virtue of a wife. Her tears will fall like the spring rain on the grass that covers my grave.
Oh, talk not so of your grave. I feel my heart must lay down its heavy load of life.
Come, Sue. Shake off your tears. Think that I'm going on a long foreign station. There. Now smile a bit. We'll talk not again of graves.
My heart swells to my throat. I can but look and weep.
William, the time has come.
So soon.
Yeah.
Goodbye, my love.
He is a murdered man. I, alone, am the culprit. 'Twas I who would have dishonored him.
But this cannot plead here. He struck a superior officer.
No.
No?
He saved my life. I've written for his discharge. Villainy has kept back the document. 'Tis here, dated back. When William struck me, he was not the king's sailor. I was not his officer.
Well then, he is free.
Hey,